What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just got back from watching Fast 10. I personally really enjoyed myself. I really did. But as you can imagine, this movie was completely over the top. In my opinion, every single Fast movie has been over the top right after the other. Like when you think that they can get any more crazier, the next movie comes and it just does something absolutely crazy, right? So, where do I begin? By the way, this is a non-spoiler. Please go watch it for yourself. When I tell you guys, we went to go watch this in 4DX. What does that mean? 4DX is basically you're on a roller coaster. You go to this theater, seats move, air blows behind your ear, water splashes up, bullets and stuff, you feel it in your back in the seat. When I tell you this, the first half of this movie, I felt sick to my stomach. I was eating and the action in this movie started immediately, okay? Almost immediately. I was so sick. I didn't think that the action was going to start that fast, but it did. Pun intended. So anyway, the big bad wolf in this movie is, of course, Jason Momoa's character, Dante. Now, in this movie, we find out Dante's background and who he is, and what the connection is and why he wants to go after Dom so badly. When I tell you, without giving much away, his character is extremely psychotic, crazy, disturbed, at moments funny, like beyond. Like the whole time I was just like, yo, he is a straight psycho. Like he is a psycho. So, of course, he's got all this stuff going on. Some of the stuff that we've seen in the trailers with that big round cannon, and them going through, and we see how that even started and what happens, and that doesn't end there. Let's see. So, of course, we see the whole family gathering, their infamous barbecue in the back. And they're all talking and having their moments and stuff like that. And you see that there's a few heartfelt moments in the movie where there's some reflections and stuff like that. So this all starts as a small mission. And the mission turns into literally like it's ridiculous. So the mission is a setup, and that's what kind of starts off this whole situation. We get to see, like, I want to reference things that we've already seen in the trailers because I don't want to give anything outside of that away. Of course, Dom's son is a big point in this movie as they go about the craziness that is the Fast and Furious movies. They're using pretty much every daggone thing in this movie, from cars, bikes, guns, military, everything you can imagine. But there's some ridiculous things that happen in this movie, and we're like, yeah, okay, like that's not gonna happen in real life. But okay, I think the most ridiculous thing that I have seen is when Ted and Roman went to space. It's not that ridiculous, but the action parts is just like you see Dom doing these crazy things, and the fight scenes and the scenes where the chasing scenes are absolutely nuts. What Dom does where it concerns this big cannonball that we see in the trailers is absolutely nuts. let's see what else. So they go back to different places, and there's this one familiar place they go back to. Something happens there where we kind of see, we learn the what's the word that I'm looking for? We learn the story behind someone and why Dom makes the decision to do something that he did in this movie. And then we understand the connection at that moment. And we're like, oh, wow, that's why he did that and not this. Let's see. So then we do see, of course, some of the familiar faces that we know in the franchise. Of course, Jason Statham, we see how that interaction came about when Han went to go visit him. There was a part in that situation where we were like, wait a minute, what just happened here? Like, huh? There was a couple of moments like that in this movie. Jason Statham's fight scenes, of course, are absolutely crazy, and I absolutely loved it. Tej and Roman still has the same relationship, friendship that they've had. Of course, what's her name? The English girl, I forget her name. Oh my god, I forgot her name. Um, of course, Brie Larson is in it, and we find out who she is, who she's connected to. Also, Mia makes an appearance in this movie, but not too much, and I guess I can understand why. Let's see. Now, of course, Vin Diesel alongside Jason Momoa's part play a very, very big role as usual. We see John Cena playing, Vin Diesel's brother in this movie. So he, of course, comes in at one point and does his thing. And later on, something happens that you do not expect, or maybe you will, depending on how you're watching the movie and how you're kind of interpreting everything. Me and Tyrone definitely didn't expect what happened to happen. And it kind of had me a little emotional, but not really, because I was quickly taken out of it by all the rest of the stuff that was happening around it. So there's that. Then we see the fight scene, of course, in a trailer with between Cypher and Letty. That was really nuts. And we do see how Cypher gets back into this situation as well, and you guys will see that also. But somehow later on, something happens with Cypher and Letty, and then you get some sort of a surprise. And where this surprise is and what comes out of this surprise is just like, how? What? How? I was just like in awe. I was like, all right, there's just no way. There's no way. So that happened. There's that. So Jason Momoa's character, Dante, he is basically after everyone. Literally after everyone in this movie. And nobody's safe. Nobody is safe. So he played the heck out of his part. Like I said, the fight scenes were crazy. The chase scenes were crazy. Cars, fights, guns, everything that you can imagine. But of course, it's heightened because this is Fast and Furious. At the end of this movie, it got... You guys will see how this movie ends. And yes, there is a post-credit scene. And when I tell you, it is so worth waiting for. Because what happens had us literally like, we were like, okay. So it seems as though there is another one coming. Of course. Right? Because it just doesn't end there. But it's going to be nuts because there's certain bits and pieces that has to continue in this next movie. So, I think I read somewhere that it's supposed to be out next year. I don't know, but we'll have to see. But anyway, I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 because it wasn't that. And I don't rate out of 10. I always do out of 5 toodles. So I am going to give this 4 out of 5 toodles. I'm just a really, really big, Fast and Furious fan. Kind of minus Tokyo Drift, but that was still funny to me anyway. But yeah, 4 out of 5 toodles for Fast. 10. Everything that you can think of with the Fast and Furious franchise happened, of course, times 10. But yeah, but as always, go see for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Please go and enjoy this movie this weekend. When you are done, come back. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys rated. Let me know how you guys felt about it. And yeah, again, this was a non-spoiler, so I don't ever like doing spoilers because I like for you guys to go watch it for yourself and then come back and let me know what you guys think. But anyway, leave your comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this review for Fast 10. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later.